hollering, which will be implied, and I appreciate it. Everyone just snap their hands like we do in poetry readings, okay? If you feel for this. So I want to read you this. I felt so compelled. My sister Karin Rose wrote this morning. This morning, I opened Facebook to an ad that was encouraging men to send their women a bouquet of flowers on National Women's Day for everything they do. And it made me mad. Today is not about thanking women for all they do. It's not about thanking women for doing most of the domestic chores. It's a day to recognize that we have all been conditioned to believe it's a woman's job. It's not a day to thank women for their role as teachers, while the few men in the field hold many of the superintendents and principal roles. It's a time to change policies and pay our teachers more, realizing that teachers are responsible for shaping the people who move this country forward. It's not a day to thank women for taking on so many of the supporting roles. It's a day for people to wonder why there are still major obstacles on the way to leadership roles for women. And more importantly, why women are paid less than men at every level. It's not a day to thank women for raising the children. It's a day to say, why aren't we all raising our children? Another social construct that came with capitalism. It's not a day to say, go, women, go, when society is still debating if women have the right to do what they want with their own bodies. It's not a day to say thank you for being beautiful. It's a day to say, let's all stop this ridiculous notion that grown women need to look like young girls. It's not even a day. It's not even about saying sorry for being seen as a sexual object. It's about opening our eyes to why men don't call each other out on creating the demand for sex slaves, child pornography, or even calling each other out on rape. It's not even a day to say, I'm sorry if I hurt you. It's a day to recognize that domestic violence is a means to hold women back until we take away the domestic disclaimer and call it violence, period. Men will still think they have the right to intimidate women into submission. And it's definitely not a day to say, I'm sorry you voted for Hillary and she didn't win. It's a day to admit that misogyny is alive and well in the USA, and that we need to make sure... I lost my place. Hold on, because this is the important part. And it's alive and well in the USA, and we need to make sure we have just as many women decision makers as men, so this Trump thing never happens again. Don't send flowers. Stand beside women and fight for equality. Don't send flowers. Help pass bills that are better for humanity than business. Don't send any flowers today, but by all means, send them to yourself for a job well done when we have fixed all of the above. Thank you, everyone. Now you can...
I'm going to ask all of the organizers for today's